Week 2, day 6. We're getting the garage organized. I'm also getting my tools organized. So let's get to it. We added a small shelf this morning. Got the pipe hung. I did that the other day with the saws. We're going to hang the hammers there. Organizing the pipe so that the guys start taking pieces before they take whole lengths. Make sure that they're using up the pipe before they cut. The guys are digging in the septic tank trench. Eddie and Randy are going to redo this. It's not quite big enough. Sometimes seeing is believing. The guys have got all the perimeter done. There's Victor. He just wants to be on camera all the time. He's got his big teeth going. Ooh, it's already a hot day, guys. I'm going under the shade. Holy mackerel, it's hot already. As they would say, init kayo. The Daggett is showing quite nicely. And the house is going to be about 2 feet higher than where I'm standing right now, roughly. So, a little over half a meter, guys. Somewhere in that neighborhood, right? All the bracing is going along. Our sand and gravel is over there, ready for the pours. And the two Lambusan guys asked the Lauis crew if they could help with the digging, and they've said, okay. So they have additional work, because they have to be able to work together. And these guys got good construction ethic. Okay, I will get out of their way. Lynn is over here. We just went and got water. And we always add ice to the water just before the break, so they can have a cool drink. We still have bags of cement. And Lynn, where do we stand right now with the budget? We've spent, got to get rid of that Zoom thing.
I know. 230 plus.
All in all?
I
Like
think,
all of our living expenses in there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the
So-
pension house expenses, gas expenses. Food.
Yeah, and that includes the repair on the aircon that turned out to maybe be, and they would not have known,
Like
guys.
30, almost 30.
Almost 30,000. So,
Yeah.
but in all of that, Lynn and I sort of went through the budget yesterday and realized that we probably won't be ordering anything major for a while,
Yeah.
other
Water
than
digging.
bags of cement, which is
Yeah.
included in that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So in that cost is another
30. Yeah.
another 30 bags of
30
cement.
bags of cement that will be delivered on.
So we will have just over 40 bags of cement on site.
Yeah.
We're here at our roadside hardware store, where everything is by the piece.
Wilbert said that we can buy only the cutting disc because he has the grinding and diamond.
COVID.
Okay, he has this one. He said that we will just buy this because he already have the grinding and diamond.
Oh, I see. So we don't need, okay. Okay, part of this is our order. We've got the PPR pipe, and Lynn's brother's bringing a welder. Somewhere in here's our cemento. Actually, it's the glue for the pipe, all of the plumbing pipe, electrical pipe. The little girl is back in school, the best employee they ever had. She's gone. Cutting. And here's how you get your soil, guys. These hardware places, they just, oh, look at all the criminals. Most wanted number 1. Most wanted, most Doha number 2, yeah. Doha, Apot. Okay, you can tell it's lunchtime. Everybody's having lunch. Okay, this is what they do, right? They get the round rock, That is pretty standard. But then they spend time sifting through this so that they can use inexpensive labor to then charge for, sand. But as you can see, a lot of it gets cross-mixed. One of the feral dogs of the Philippines, 99% are feral. Now, do they make? Yeah, they make their own holly block here, but it is terrible. It is not good quality. And I think it really comes down to the guy they hire. Yeah, see, I can just pull it off of my hands. Just crumbles. If we were doing all this by hollow block, we would have bought our own machine. And then I would have found out the formula for cinder block. That's what I would have done. Now we're going to receive maybe as much as half of that pallet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Yeah, about half that pallet. We're going to order shortly, if Lynn already hasn't, for our build. Now, this week, I will do a separate Financial Friday, and it will talk about how our budget is going this week. It's been a wild one. It's been an expensive one. Kind of freaking both Lynn and I out, actually. But then we realized we won't be buying stuff for quite a while. There's my solvent. Oh, okay. They know I've been asking for this solvent. Okay, and this is our truck. This is how it rolls. All it is a pickup truck with a thing on the back, and we have a little rubber mat in there to keep most of the stuff down, but we are going to sell it as is when is. So here's PPR pipe, guys. This board is filthy dirty, but you can see what they have is their 90s come with a stainless fitting on it. And if you can see close enough here, when you heat it, it causes this bubbling, and then you shove the pipe in. And it is still clean as a whistle going down there. So it's quite impressive, a welding technique, right? We will just be using the standard 1/2 inch down here. Let's get back to the property. We're down at our local little calendaria here. Let's have a look. And they've got noodles. Might not be able to see it through the glass, guys. Noodles, and they got pork belly and chicken strips. This is a really sweet sauce. I think this is sardines all mashed together. More noodles. Some banana. Very small banana. Maybe 6 inches at best. Lynn's getting me a fish broth. Now, that's the calendaria, but down the road, we're going to zoom as best we can here. This happens a lot, guys, mostly with multi-cabs. Can you see that guy with the pickup down there? Now the multi-cabs are like that yellow one that just went by, but they're open in the back. And you see a lot of guys putting a hammock in there for their lunch break. This guy stopped for a lunch, and he's just hooked it to a tree and to his truck, and he is relaxing. Guys, that's a 4x8 sheet of plywood. A 4x8 sheet of plywood, 3/4.
This is so hard because it's 3/4, right?
Nope, I walk away. Lynn thinks that I'm a chauffeur. She's always sitting in the back seat now. But in all fairness, the reason she's sitting in the back is the sun is starting to come in the passenger's window there. So Randy is over here. He's going to get some soft anapogue. I've been doing the plumbing. The guys are starting to understand now you have to apply the cement, adhesive, whatever you want to go crazy on. This stuff. You have to apply it to the sleeve and you have to apply it to the arm in order for it to slide in there properly. And the etching of the plastic. Okay, so we have used up extras and made the corner, and now we can go up the house. So the pillar, that pipe as it turns there, is going to go right up the edge of the pillar, so it will still be in the patio area. And then similar to this junction box that Joseph has done, we are going to parallel this pipe through. So that will be the next step, is to open up where Joseph just put that water bucket. The guys are digging down on the first pillar, and Eddie is digging the second pillar. And this is the one that I'm most interested in, is that little puppy there. So Joseph's hammer is made of steel, so he uses that to bend the rebar, but it's got to harden a little bit more before he bends it. He didn't notice that I noticed. Okay, what's the rocks for?
Is it for the, you know, for the...
Where did you get it from?
From there.
Well, you could use those, sure.
Yeah, we can, like this size?
Yep, yep,
Ay,
yep.
Dong, Randy, ingani daw ko nung hidagkuan na, pero kanang smooth, baka na inani kod kahamis gali.
Okay, the reason they're asking about the rocks is this little pit's down here. Got to think of it like drainage. Drainage tiles in a Western system. So that drained out of there well before we got back. So, and it was extremely dry. So the guys are going to fill around this, and then eventually we can use that as a sleeve. If we're comfortable, we don't need to continue on, then we'll fill that whole sleeve with round rock so that we can have access to the end of the pipe. Always thinking ahead. Lynn's been doing the paperwork and the bookkeeping today, so look out for our Philippine Forex video, which should be coming out a little bit later today. Both will happen today. Lynn will run the budgets that we have been going through, but I will say this up front, that the amount of money that we've spent, we don't anticipate that spending for a couple of weeks again, because we have all the steel, and in the budget that Lynn has already run, we will have most of the concrete for the foundation and pillars and the slab. So keep that in mind, guys. The way they work it here, the guys always undershoot, not overshoot. You know, we build in that 10% contingency. That's why they're going to end up buying more at the end. But again, this is the Philippines. The guys have been very good. They know not to run over, because they wouldn't do it at their own house. So we follow that lead, and we are happy with it. And if I pull ahead here a little bit, I can't stand on top of it, but there is the Daggett. Joseph is in the middle of my Daggett. Now Rosindo is in the middle of my Daggett. Okay, as Lynn giggled there, that's a wrap. The end of week 2 is in the bag. Later, Gators.